Well, good evening, everybody. Wow, this is really bright. I need to move this over a little bit. I hope you are having a great day. So we've got some news. I've got some news to share with you guys. I'm going to just do this. That makes it a little bit less radical here with the lights. So I'm going to get right into it. And I'm glad that you're here. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know that we're here. Dojo Fam, FAM, and we are here to talk about the SEC coming out with allegations to Binance in regards to mismanagement of funds. And as a matter of fact, the SEC has 13 charges. They just came out with this morning against Binance. Now, I'm not talking just Binance US. I'm talking about Binance and also other companies associated with Binance. They're saying that there was commingling of investor funds, which seems to be the common narrative with the SEC, as well as the SEC. I feel like Walter Cronkite, but not really. Mismanagement of funds, lying to regulators, basically being deceptive, and about selling unregistered securities. So I was wondering, because I hadn't seen this, I started seeing all the cryptos just start to go down 2%, 3%, and it was just like that. Of course, we know in crypto things happen fast, and I was like, why is everything down? By the time I was able to start putting my YouTube video together earlier today, everything was down pretty much across the board by about 5-6%. And I was like, wow, this was really fast, really quick that this happened. And so I wanted to jump on this evening. I want us to talk about it. And there's some other news as well, some other items. But tonight we're really focusing on the SEC charging Binance with securities violations. And there's a response that Binance did. I'm going to share it with you in a few minutes. But basically, again, it's lack of disclosure. I actually looked at the brief or whatever it was that the SEC had, why they were charging Binance with, everything that they're charging them with. And it was basically these things. It was essentially like mishandling of funds or commingling of funds, lying to regulators and selling like unsecured securities, being deceptive, having conflicts of interests, and lack of disclosure. So that in a nutshell was basically what the SEC is claiming Binance. And I quite honestly, I'm really not surprised by this. We knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. And Binance has been on the crosshairs of the SEC for a while now. This is not their first rodeo with the SEC. They still got stuff going on. And it's not necessarily just Binance, but it's also going straight after, and I never get his name right. Was it Chow Ming Cheng or something along those lines? Help me out. Put that in the comment section. Let me know if that was right or I just totally killed that guy's name. But I saw a Twitter post from him earlier today, and he said this is just really bad for crypto. Now, I want to say this right up front. I don't have any of the inside information in regards to what's going on with Binance. Were they actually selling unsecured securities? Were they being lying to regulators? I don't know. This is what they're saying, but I also, as I said too, I have queued up over here the response from Coinbase. See, I knew I was going to do that, and if you're watching me, you should have known I was going to do that too and goof that up. But Binance is like the world's leading centralized crypto exchange, and in the response, and I'll go through that in a minute with you, they basically reiterate kind of what Coinbase was saying. So I find that interesting, but this is no surprise. They're coming after Coinbase, which is probably number 2, number 3 in the world. At some point they're coming after the champ. They're coming for the title, right? Right now, Binance has the heavyweight title of the world, and they want it, and they're going to come try to get it from them. Now again, do all of their charges hold water? Is there any merit? I don't know. There might be not. It's really hard to say, but as I said, we don't know what the situation is with that, but this is just the SEC doing what it does, right? A shark does shark things, right? A wolf does wolf things. You know what I mean? A shark it swims around and eats. That's what it does, and produces other little sharks. So when you see a shark, hey man, I want to be careful not to be chum in the water. I hope I didn't get that paper cut opened again, because I don't want to be French fried human tartar for this shark or whatever. So anyway, that was a bad analogy, guys. I'm sorry about that. And if you're here, let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. And I also want to talk about what this really means in regards to crypto as a whole. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of cue this up a little bit. And again, while I'm doing this, let me know you're here. Give me a thumbs up. Would love to see you. Let's see here. We're just going to punch this up here a little bit. And give me a minute. I got to get this situated. Here we go. Whoa, where are we? There we go. There we go. I'm going to move this over a little bit. And just in case. All right. So this is the response from Binance from today. SEC complaint aims to unilaterally define crypto market structure. All right. So we are disappointed that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission chose to file a complaint today against Binance seeking, among other remedies, wait a minute. Yes, that's right. Totally. Against Binance seeking, among other remedies, supported emergency relief. So basically what this is saying is the SEC is really fast tracking this. They really want after them. From the start, we have actively, so this is where it comes into where Coinbase was basically, it's the same thing what Coinbase was saying initially. We have actively cooperated with the SEC's investigation and have worked hard to answer their questions and address their concerns. Most recently, we have engaged in extensive good faith discussions, sounds familiar, huh? To reach a negotiated settlement to resolve their investigations. But despite our efforts, with its complaint today, the SEC abandoned that process and instead chose to act unilaterally and litigate. We are disheartened by that choice. And that's the same thing that Coinbase said too. Coinbase said the same thing, that they had reached out, they wanted to cooperate, but the SEC just was not having it. While we take the SEC's allegations seriously, they should not be the subject of an SEC enforcement action, let alone on an emergency basis. We intend to defend our platform vigorously. Unfortunately, the SEC's refusal to productively engage with us is just another example of the Commission's misguided and conscious refusal to provide much needed clarity and guidance to the digital asset industry. So again, what's happening here is the same narrative. It's the same story over and over and over again. These crypto exchanges are reaching out, and I'm taking them for their word. Okay, I'm taking them more for their word than I am the SEC. Okay, that these other exchanges have been reaching out. Coinbase is. I'm sure this is all. If they're saying this, then it's documented. They have proof that they're not just going to go off and say, "Hey, we've done this or done that," when they have no evidence to back it up. So I'm going with the fact that they have evidence to back up their claims that they've reached out. So that's kind of the where I'm headed with this. And the SEC is just refusing to cooperate. They're refusing to have any part in any discussion to resolve this issue. And I think one of the reasons, I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, guys. I'm not going to tell you to buy, sell, hold any crypto project. Do your own research, do your own due diligence before getting involved in any crypto project. But if they were to negotiate a settlement, it'd almost be like they'd be giving up, they'd be losing, and it would be a win for crypto. And we can't have that, can we? All right. So today's action is another in a line of examples, whereas with other crypto projects facing similar suit, I'm sure there's other ones out there. I'm sure they're also probably talking about Coinbase too. The commission has determined to regulate with the blunt weapons of enforcement and litigation rather than the thoughtful, nuanced approach demanded by this dynamic and complex technology. Unilaterally labeling certain tokens and services as securities. Basically, every single token, according to SEC, every crypto other than Bitcoin. We don't know about Ethereum because the chief of the SEC, Gary Gensler, refused to answer whether he believes Ethereum is a commodity or a security, but we're about to find out on the 13th because documents are going to be revealed from the SEC's former chief letting us know if he felt, hopefully, if he felt that Ethereum was a security or more so a commodity. All right. Let's see here. Yes. Even ones which other U.S. authorities have asserted jurisdiction only compounds these problems. Perhaps most surprising, the SEC's actions undermine America's role as a global hub for financial innovation. This is what's happening. And leadership. Digital asset laws remain largely underdeveloped in much of the world, and regulation by enforcement, which is what's going on right here, which is the Operation Choke Point 2.0, right? Where am I? Okay. Perhaps most surprising, SEC's action undermine America's role as a global hub in the financial innovation and leadership. Digital asset laws remain largely underdeveloped in much of the world, and regulation by enforcement is not the best path forward. An effective regulatory framework demands collaborative, transparent, and thoughtful policy engagement, a path the SEC has abandoned. And to be clear, any allegations that user assets on the Binance US platform have ever been at risk are simply wrong, and there is zero justification for the staff's actions. The staff's action in light of the ample time the staff has had to conduct their investigations. I'm sure there's staff of the SEC, that's what I'm assuming. All other assets on Binance and Binance affiliate platforms, including Binance US, are safe and secure, and we will vigorously defend against any allegations to the contrary. Rather, the SEC's actions have here appear to be a service of an effort to rush to claim jurisdictional ground from other regulators. And investors do not appear to be the SEC's priority. Because of our size and global name recognition, Binance is an easy target, now caught in the middle of a U.S. regulatory tug-of-war. So remember, Binance is a global company. Binance US is basically just for the United States. So it's not just Binance's just for the United States, it's global. There's just the hub that's for the United States. And I'm sure they have other country like Binance Italy or Binance, whatever. I'm sure they have that, or at least something similar to that. Okay, and let's see here. All right, so did I just read that? Instead of appears to make headline. Okay, it seems like it's just going into. Seems based on these developments that the SEC's goal here was never to protect investors. If it were truly the case, the staff would have thoughtfully engaged with us on the facts in our efforts to demonstrate the safety and security of the Binance US platform. The SEC's real intent here instead appears to be to make headlines. Well, they do that. We will continue to cooperate with regulators and policymakers in the US and across the globe because that is the right thing to do. And Binance remains committed to productive engagement to ensure the next generation of cryptocurrency regulation fosters innovation while implementing and ensuring important consumer protections. Because Binance is not a U.S. exchange, like I said, the SEC's actions are limited in reach. Still, we stand with digital asset market participants in the U.S. in opposition to the SEC's latest overreach. And we are prepared to fight it to the full extent of the law. All right. We will work alongside industry partners to defend this important technology from misguided lawsuits and will maintain our unceasing efforts to deliver a safe and trusted platform for our users that hold true to our core value of furthering the freedom of money. Holy smokes, that was a mouthful, guys. All right, so what do we think about that? There's a lot to unpack. Hey, Juan. How you doing, man? Michael, nice to see you guys. So I'm glad you're here. Yeah, this is a big deal. And I want to unpack what they were saying here. But what I do want to do first, because I'm sure the glare is killing you guys, I'm going to move this down here because we don't need that anymore. Is that better? I hope that's better. So basically what's going on here is this. Binance is really coming out and saying that, again, we know that they're a global company, that they are not just the United States platform, that they're global. The U.S. is just a piece of that giant puzzle that's Binance. Now, it's interesting because the SEC is in a fight for supremacy with XRP. They are now in a fight with Coinbase, and now they are in a fight with Binance. These are big companies with lots of deep pockets, and I don't know where the SEC is getting all this money from to spend the millions and millions of dollars it's going to need to defend their positions. Obviously, these crypto exchanges are going to be doing the same thing, but still, that's a lot. You're like divide and conquer, right? You're fighting a front here, you're fighting a front there, you're fighting a front over here. You've got all these different little fires going on at the same time. It's really taxing on resources. So we're going to see what happens there. But that was Binance's response to the SEC, and we saw it immediately with the drop in the markets. 4, 5, 6%. We've come up a little bit, but we're still kind of feeling it. And I think we've sort of maybe reached that bottom unless something else comes up. But this was fast, and you can always tell if something big happened. It doesn't take much. So if you see like multiple crypto projects start to dive 3, 4, 5, 6% across the board, you know something happened market-wide that has caused that to happen. So that's kind of where we are with with Binance. Now, the thing also is that with what does this really mean long term? We don't know. A lot is going to determine right now the big deal, the main priority. Hey man, cool. Buy the dip. You got it. But a lot of what we're going to see is we're probably going to see maybe a little bit more of a drop. And yes, and Michael is like, hey, he's going to buy more, buying the dip. And if you have depending on your mentality, so you have different options. Of course, this is non-financial advice, and you do whatever you want to do, right? You can either hold what you have and don't buy anything. Just be on a holding pattern and just hodl what you have and ride it out. You can sell at a loss and, maybe lose your shirt. That's an option. If you feel like, you know what, I just want to get out of it. I'm done. I can't handle the stress of it. Or you can buy in more, right? You can, that's right, you got it. I'm going to go on here. You can DCA in, you can dollar cost average in, right? And quite honestly, I'm with you right now. I've been kind of looking. I've been looking to see, what's like it's like a bargain sale, because it's not going to last. None of this lasts forever. Everyone thinks that this is going to last and this is the way it is. It's not. Everything happens in cycles, right? So this is just, and this shouldn't be, again, it should not be a surprise to anyone that the SEC has come after Binance. They come after everybody else. Now, granted, I will say this, FTX, okay, I'm gonna give that. Okay, that was he was just ridiculous. But other than that, everything that they're doing is just like, really, it's an attack. It really is. And I hate using that kind of strong language, but it is. Operation Choke Point 2.0 is real. I actually just watched earlier today, Charles Hoskinson, who's the founder of Cardano, very insightful and very reasoned. He actually did I think probably, I didn't catch it all, but I think he was doing this in response to, it was his response to what was going on today, and it was like, why we fight. And I really liked that theme. It was really good. So I'm thinking that probably, and Michael, I'm going to get to you, man. If there's anyone else here, let me know. Let us know you're here. Right? Nice. Because this is a big topic. This is really important. Because what happens here will affect every crypto anywhere. Gala, ADA, Fetch, Polygon, you name it. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all this. Hey, Juan. So a lot of what's going on here, this fight is really important. And we really need to support these exchanges. Now, am I a huge fan of centralized exchanges? I have kind of I don't want to say hate, but I have a love-like with them. I love the fact that they're there. They make it easy for people coming in to get involved in crypto. But there's times when I just like them because they're centralized. And that's just the thing. It's a strong word for me. But I think that we need to support crypto projects as long as they're, now if it comes out that they're doing things that are nefarious, they're doing things illegally in the United States, and well, then that's different. But right now the narrative and what I'm seeing and what I'm reading is basically it's just Binance has reached out multiple times to try to solve this issue. So has Coinbase. I'm sure that they have evidence to prove on both. I've got to take their word for it because right now I trust them more than I trust the SEC and what they're trying to do. Because we know it's a blatant, it's just a blatant way to try to end crypto. And so with that, we have to support our crypto brothers and sisters. So anyway, now how do I think it's going to shake out in the short term? We'll have some volatility. We've been having volatility since November, December of 21. So this is going to be no different. So we just got to hang in there. Again, depending on your mentality, depending on what you want to do, hodl and hold what you have and don't buy anything and just ride it out. DCA, dollar cost average in, reduces volatility. It lets you to accumulate more of your cryptos that you really feel comfortable with. Or you can just get out entirely. But then what happens is when crypto comes back up again, you want to get back in with FOMO. Now, what happened is when you were in your position, you would have been great. Now it's starting all over again and starting at a higher level. So you've got those choices there. But I think for the short term, we're going to have some volatility. We'll see what happens in the next week or so. But that's the situation with Binance. And I want to take a look and see who's here. Nice. We got a good group today. And I've got some, those of you who weren't here last night, I've got some exciting news for you too. So I'm going to scroll up the comments. I know we got Michael's here. Juan is here. I talked to Juan earlier today. So, yeah. So Gary Gensler's not going anywhere. The only way he's leaving his position is if he's fired by the President of the United States, and that's not happening. So we just got to take some deep breath, or he's impeached somehow. But other than that, he's going to stay where he is. That's just, how that is, unfortunately. But Dojo, how can Gary call it a security? It's past how he tests. Gary, look. So, if you are driven, if you're focused, if you are anti anything, and if you're blinded by your own doctrine, you're not going to see logic. You're going to create the narrative that you want because it fits what you want. So, I know that what they're saying is every crypto is a security, every single one. So when you have that, except for Bitcoin, for now, and maybe not Ethereum, we still don't know. But we've got to go with the assumption that no crypto project is safe, guys. That's why I think that's why also, everybody, that's why no crypto project wants to talk about ROI, return on investment. When you start talking ROI, now you could possibly run into, now you get into the crosshairs, you get into the focus of the SEC. Because now there's an expectation, of course, with the Howey test, right? Expectation, there's a centralized person or persons that are recognized where they are starting the project and nation of profit. That's why these crypto projects do not want you to talk about ROI. That's why Gala doesn't. They'll boot you out of their Discord if you start talking about that. The main focus is talking about the utility of the project, not so much the price or how much it's going to be and all that kind of stuff, because they're trying to protect themselves. Hey, Invest. Hey, James. Good morning, guys. I'm glad to see you guys here. I missed you last night. So, and you missed some cool stuff. I got some really exciting stuff to share with you, but I want to kind of stay on task with this. But have dialogues, guys. I'm going to come back to you. But this is a big deal, and this is global. Because remember, right now, everyone is watching the United States and what's going on. And furthermore, it's one of those, and I totally lost my train of thought. That's what happens sometimes. I get going and then I just lose my head. Once everything gets settled here, it'll stabilize. Now, innovation, and that's where I want to go with this, and the Binance response to the SEC basically is saying, hey, America's messing with innovation because crypto projects will leave the United States. They already are. Okay, so the more tightening of the grip that happens, the more companies are going to be like, you know what? We don't need this hassle. We don't need you guys. We're going to go someplace where it's more friendly for us. The climate for crypto is much better. Why do we want to stay here where we're not wanted? They will leave and take all their engineers and all their coders, all their developers, all that innovation will leave the United States. So that's one of my biggest issues with what's happening right now is they can't see the forest for the trees. So I want to jump in here and I want to tell you guys something, and I'm glad everyone's here right now. So check this out. I have started, all right, you guys ready for this? I have started a Patreon group, a Patreon page. I think it's amazing the benefits that you're going to get. I've been teasing you guys a little bit about this. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to post the link right here, and I've got it in the community tab, and I did a video about it earlier. And the reason I'm excited about it is it gives us a chance, because I remember last week, and I forgot who I was talking to. We were like, well, how do I get a hold of you? How can we connect? Well, guess what? With this Patreon group, and basically if you don't know what Patreon is a way for you guys to help support the work that I'm doing to make better videos and to, just do more things for you. And as little as basically it's a cup of coffee. If you go to Starbucks, you're going to spend more for one latte at Starbucks as you could supporting, what I'm doing here for a month. And the benefits are just out of control. I really feel good about the benefits. There's different tiers. You can be a blockchain explorer. You can be a ambassador, right? Or you can be a crypto titan. You could be an altcoin ambassador or a crypto titan. It's totally up to you. So all I want you guys to do, just take a look at it. I'm going to post it here. And I have a free gift for you too. If anyone here goes to my Patreon and signs up or gets involved in any of those tiers, I've got a free ebook for you. And I also need your input on a thumbnail that I want to do later this week. So, and there's so many different things we're going to be doing. You have early access to videos. There's exclusive live streams and podcasts and, shout outs. So if anyone here goes and does and signs on for any one of my tiers for my Patreon, you get a shout out in either live streams or videos or whatever's going to public, because you guys are supporting me. You are by coming to my live streams and checking out my videos, because again, this is a family. And so I appreciate you all very much. And, go check it out. Sign up for one of those tiers, guys. You're not going to regret it. It's amazing. And I'm stoked to be able to offer this to you, because the value that I'm going to be giving, it's going to take what I do here and it's going to amplify it 10 times. We're going to have a private community where there's a Discord. I've set up a Discord group where we can go in and we can have and get anytime 24/7. I'm going to be there. So there's so much stuff going on there. I want you guys to check it out. Now, with that in mind, I want to move on to my next topic. And we can come back to the SEC thing if you want. But check this out. Not everything, I don't know if I can ever go through a video without talking about Gala. But they just keep doing stuff. They just keep on bringing stuff and just doing all kinds of stuff. And so basically... So Gala, their upgrade is complete. I just got a notification today, and if you have Gala, you probably did also, that they have completed their upgrade. Every wallet that was supposed to get Gala V2, which is now Gala, has gotten it. Everything is pretty much done. All the exchanges are set in place. Everyone's running. Everything's going good. I haven't heard any negativity from anyone anywhere in regards to their wallets not functioning, not working. So that is a real exciting thing, and I'm really glad that's done. I'm sure everyone else here is too. And again, if you're watching this on the replay, Dojo fam, let me know you're here. And let me know where you're from. If I don't know where you're from, if you're new here, if this is your first time, say hi. We're a family here, and don't be shy. We all work together. We all are here to support one another. And another really cool thing that just happened today, again with Gala, is I've been alluding to, and you may or may not be familiar with this, but Meow Match is a mobile game by Ember Games, and Ember Games, as we know, was acquired by Gala Games in the beginning of this year, or at least it came public the beginning of the year. And they have been teasing us about being able to get NFTs and to be able to link your Meow Match, which is a match 3 game, to your Gala account. Well, it happened. It happened today. You are able to, if you have Meow Match and you are past level 8, which will take you probably about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, you are able to go back on the App Store or Google Play or wherever you got that mobile game from, and you're able to update it. Mine took a couple of hours before I could go in and do the upgrade, but I'm upgraded and I was able to link my Gala account right to my Meow Match, and the cats that I had on Meow Match transferred right into my Gala account. So you are able now, and we're going to see how that plays itself out later on, but now you have whatever, like I have total of 13 cats in my Gala account, one of which was a free NFT. So again, if you have a Gala account, and hopefully you guys all do, if not, you can just click on any one of my videos. There's a link. Go sign up. Go get yourself a Gala account. You have 3 regular NFTs from different games: Champions Arena. I knew I was going to do it. Champions Arena and Dragon Strike, and the new one from Meow Match, and there was one more, but it's escaping me right now. Plus whatever cat you have today. So you should have quite a few NFTs in your inventory. So you're going to want to need to go check that out, because that's going to be interesting, and we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see you can create and use these cats as things progress. You'll be able to take your NFT cats and play them on the game, and we'll see where that evolves, where that transfers into more. But that's kind of where we are. So there's a lot of stuff happening, and I may or may not do a video on that one. I'm not sure. But again, let me know who's here. Okay. So check this out. Here's another update from Gala, but this is interesting. And so here, I just want to share this with you. So Gala hoodies are available. Now, here's the rub. If you're a Gala Gold member, I just happen to be one. I've been ever since pretty much I started. They are giving a discount for these hoodies. So basically, with the discount in place, these hoodies are $105 for a Gala hoodie. And that's with the discount, and that's not including shipping. So you're going to have to pay for shipping if you want a Gala hoodie. I am a coffee mug and baseball hat kind of guy. There's no way I'm going to spend $105 for a hoodie. I'm sorry, it's not happening. I'm not doing it. And if you have to pay international fees, because I don't know where it's coming. So right now, the hoodie's been pushed. Jason's been pushing the hoodie in the past couple of his past couple of AMAs, and which is great, and I support that. But I'm not going to spend $105 on a hoodie. I'll spend $10 for a coffee mug, maybe $15 for a hat, $20 for a hat. That I'll do, no problem. But $105 for a hoodie plus shipping, depending on where it is, you could be talking $150. If you're international, you could probably be paying $200. Yeah. So anyway, but the cool thing is they're starting to roll out merch, and we'll see how that all works out. We'll see where that develops. So there's just so many different things going on. Now, with that said, this is where I say, I'm not going to come on here and shill this hoodie. I'm sure it's a nice hoodie. I have no doubt about it at all. But for me, I'm not willing to spend that amount of money. I'd rather take $105 and put it towards getting my wife something, or reinvesting it, or doing something else, right? Putting towards getting a better camera. Like, oh, that's right. That's what you guys, if you sign up for Patreon, you get to help me do, is improve the quality of my recording stuff. So see how I did that there? Is nice and smooth. Anyway, but $105 for a hoodie, I just can't do it. But anyway, but they are nice hoodies. But I live in Florida too, so I'm not sure where all you guys are, but I'd like to find out who's here. Let's see. We have Invest. I think Invest is still here. James, Michael, Juan was here. I'm going to go back up and scroll some of the comments. And if you guys have questions, let me know. All right, so I'm actually gonna put this on here. This is from Invest Crypto. Incoming FOMIC meeting next week. Is there a possibility of dumping more? All right, so there's all kinds of stuff. So next week, as I said before, next week is a big week. So next week, the 13th, we find out the documents are going to be revealed from the SEC. Rather, the former chief actually stated anywhere that he thought Ethereum was a commodity, or at least that it wasn't a security. So we're going to find that out. We're going to find out like inflation numbers, I think. And then we're also going to find out on the next day what the Fed is going to do. So could we go lower? We could. A lot of it's going to depend on those things, those elements. Because we know good news travels fast and bad news travels faster. So a lot of it's going to determine, what's going on there. So does anyone have any questions? I'm pretty much have covered the areas that I wanted to cover now. So we can kind of do some Q&A. I'm going to have a sip of water. The term crypto never sleeps is no lie. And neither the regulators don't sleep either. They keep coming. I'm going to post this up here. So let's see here. If you invest in Gala, you have almost 10K in 2 years rather than buying a hoodie. I mean, I'm sure they've put that out there, but again, and I'm not slamming there. I'm glad they're having merch. I'm sure a lot of people will purchase the hoodies. I mean, they seem nice. I don't know. I've never really seen them except for what Bitbender's worn with the back. But I'm not gonna buy I'm not gonna buy it from any hoodie for $105. So it's not just Gala that I'm thinking that it's overpriced. I'm sure the quality is amazing. I'm sure it's a great product, but I'm not doing it. I wouldn't for anything. So let me give you that kind of a context. So that way it doesn't sound like I'm railing on, Gala's prices, because I'm really not. That's just not something that I would be willing to do. Let's see if anyone has any other questions. I wanted to come on and just share. I thought this was really important with the Binance SEC situation and the information from Gala. Again, I'm going to post this one more time because I've been teasing you guys, and I want you to take a look. Because I want to give you more value, and I want to give you more of that personal touch where we're actually engaging each other. And so that's why I wanted to create that Patreon group in the different levels you can, to be in a Discord, to be with a like-minded community, to have you're going to get early access to videos. And I'm really talking about this because I'm really excited. Early access to videos. So any YouTube videos that I post, guys, you'll see them first. If you sign up for my Patreon, you will see my videos first. I actually have a free gift for you guys. If you enroll right now and you go sign in, I don't know how long that's going to last. I've got a free ebook for you. that I had on Amazon, but I'm doing a special promotion where you guys are getting it for free. So that's exciting. And I actually have a project in the works right now that I need feedback on. So I need feedback. I need you guys to give me some feedback of this project. And I'm not going to tell you, and you can't see it unless you sign in. So there we go. But you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being a part of my family. I hope you're having a great day. And I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on what's going on with the SEC. I'm sure this is going to be ever evolving constantly on a daily basis. Have a great night. I'm more than likely going to be on tomorrow, guys. So have a good night, you guys. Remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps.